Well, it finally happened. The news that I know a lot of players, it's kind of hard walking down steps and talking to a camera. Look up and walk down. It's not as easy as you think, but the day that a lot of players for Jurassic World Alive have been waiting for, that if you look on my screen here, you will see temporary bans. This account has been banned for 21 hours and 17 minutes. Please visit our fair play policy and community guidelines, and for more information you can contact Ludia. Now, no, this is not my game that got banned. This was somebody else's ban who posted it on metahub.info. As you can see, my game is still perfectly intact, and I'm actually headed over towards this irritator, and an ornithorhynchus just spawned, so that's also going to be a nice little pickup. But it's a pretty big day for players of this game, because a lot of people were starting to get turned off by the fact that Ludia put out an announcement, said they were going to ban spoofers, and then like nothing was happening. A lot of people started thinking about quitting because, I mean, the top of the leaderboard is, I haven't looked in several days because I'm not near the top of the leaderboard, but the top of the leaderboard was basically like 200 people or so that were all 5,000 trophies. And I'm not saying everybody with 5,000 trophies was a cheater or a spoofer, but that was a really easy way to get up to 5,000 trophies, is to flat out just have better dinosaurs than everybody else, whether you were good at the game or not. So it looks like waves are going out. Not sure, 24 hours, I'm not sure what that means. After the 24 hours, I guess we'll know more tomorrow. There was just a little mini update on, find somewhere to go here. There was a little mini update for software on my phone as I was setting up to do this video. So maybe they're implementing tournaments, and they call them tournaments, but a lot of other games will call them seasons. They call them tournaments or tournament seasons. And maybe they said, there. They said that, that's still kind of crooked though, right? They said that the banning of spoofers and cheaters was going to pave the way for these tournament seasons. So hopefully, my guess is that a new season, a new tournament will start on the 1st. We are late in August now, so September 1st would be a good starting spot for that. I'm actually going to attempt to dart this ornithorhynchus. These are park exclusives, so while you're out doing your special event supply drops, make sure that you dart these if you happen to see any of them. But what I'm most interested in is grabbing this irritator DNA. I did not dart any more irritators yesterday. And here's the thing, with the increased possibility of different dinosaurs, and one of the reasons why I say maybe it's best if you just go dart whatever's available is if you look around, wow. Okay, I'm going to get this ankylocodon while I'm here as well. I will say I'm going to completely change subjects, but I have found that whenever I'm somewhere and I see a bunch of rares spawning, and not talking about special event supply drop spawns, rare spawns, but if I'm at home or something, this is terrible. And I see a lot of rare spawns, anecdotally, because I don't have any proof to back this up, it always means there's an epic nearby. But what I was saying is, if you look around at the special event supply drops, only one of them actually has an irritator. So my limitation here is the fact that of the 6 or 7 spots, there's only one of the dinosaur that I actually want. So maybe, you know, it's a good use of resources and time to just start whatever's around, unless you do have A lot of time, and B, a lot of special event supply drops at parks to go visit. It's not like the other dinosaurs are bad. To me, it's just that this dinosaur is more rare than the rest. Gorgosaurus used to be a global rare spawn in the previous version of the game, and T-Rex Gen 2 was actually really hard to come by simply because it was only available in parks at night, and a lot of like major parks are closed in the evenings. And having said that, a few of the dinosaurs despawned. I am going to be able to level up my irritator one more try here. Let's see, there it is, level 13. I'm going to go to level 14, and the reason why I want to get so much DNA from this is this Pyritator. Pyritator, I need to be at level 15 for my irritator. Should be no problem. I can actually, with any kind of effort, I can go ahead and knock that out today. But then if you notice, for my Pyroraptor, I have 665 extra DNA because I did not level it up past 15, which means once this legendary dinosaur is ready to go, and by that I mean once I have enough irritator DNA for this legendary, the Pyritator, I'm going to be able to level this up several times. Looks like a 13 if my math is correct. And then obviously I would need to get my irritator DNA high enough to do 13 evolutions. But you know, with legendary dinosaurs starting at level 16, I can probably get my Pyritator to level 17, maybe even level 18. Probably not 18. That's a pretty lofty goal there. But you know, it's worth saving the DNA for these other dinosaurs. All this DNA came from the other special event supply drops that we've had in previous weeks, which is why I always say save up that DNA, because you never know when it's going to come in handy. And whenever I'm doing this next legendary dinosaur, I'm going to have a surplus of resources in order to level it up fairly high. I got such overwhelmingly positive feedback over yesterday's video about Metahub's tournament for commons only. I will again put a link in the description below just in case you missed yesterday's video. And in fact, I'll put a card, let's see, it goes right here, I think, right there. So I'll put a card so you can check out that video. But what I want to do now is kind of go over some of the better common dinosaurs in this game. Now remember, it doesn't matter what level your dinosaurs are, because when you do friendly battles, all dinosaurs are level 26. If you have a level 1 common dinosaur, it's going to go up to level 26, and if you have a level 30 dinosaur, it's going to go down to level 26. So everything will be on a level playing field as far as that goes. And Ludia, if you're watching, we need a sort feature. We need to be able to sort our dinosaurs by class. It's great that they're sorted by level right here, but for something like this, I want to be able to sort it by class so I can see where are my common dinosaurs. But that's beside the point. So here are some dinosaurs that I think are going to be useful in this common tournament, and some counterplays to those dinosaurs. First and foremost, Velociraptor is going to be something that you are going to want to utilize. It is the fastest dinosaur in the game, and there's a reason why it was meta defining for so long. Having said that, there are dinosaurs like Stegosaurus, and see, I don't know where my Stegosaurus is, so I'm gonna have to sort through here to find it, but it's gotta be okay. Dinosaurs like Stegosaurus are going to have the superiority strike and the Thagomizer, which are going to be able to somewhat neutralize the use of Velociraptor, but I still think you can use Velociraptor in a sweeper's role, basically to finish off dinosaurs and then pull it back out, or use it at the end of games to ensure a victory. Now, I've already talked about Stegosaurus as being a counter to that. I think Stegosaurus is going to be nice with its moveset, and I'm going to have to find it again, but with its moveset, it just has two moves, Superiority Strike and Thagomizer. What this is going to do is this is basically going to mean that you're always going to go first with this dinosaur, and probably not always, but more times than not, you're going to be going first with this dinosaur. And it's going to allow you to get in some extra moves. It's going to be not immune to stun, but stuff like being slowed down, stuff like damage reduction, which is going to make it a nice dinosaur for this event. Also, Allosaurus. Allosaurus is one of the strongest hitters in the game, no matter what class you're talking about, and it's also one of the slowest in the game, but it has a ton of armor, a ton of health. It has no armor, it has a ton of health. So this one is a dinosaur that you're going to want to use in situations to take out the Stegosaurus. So it is really going to become more of a paper, rock, scissors, where you have speed is going to beat damage, and damage slash health is going to beat tanks. So damage is going to beat health, health is going to beat speed, speed is going to beat damage, if all that makes sense. But it is really going to be pretty much a game of paper, rock, scissors. Tanicolagrius is also going to be a really nice dinosaur if you're looking for some speed. 130 is going to be the third fastest dinosaur, I believe. I believe there is the Dinochirius at 131. So this will be the third fastest dinosaur. It's going to have the armor piercing strike to kind of get through some of those tankier dinosaurs, and nullifying impact, which is going to reduce anything that an opponent has that is going to self buff for them, like an impact charge or things of that nature, where they're going to get like 30% more damage or 50% more damage or increased crit chances. Tanicolagrius is going to do that. Tanicolagrius also hits pretty hard for what it does. If we move on, I don't see much use for Parasaurolophus, simply because it really only has one move. And what's going to end up happening is you're going to superiority strike and then impact and run, and it's going to be a completely random swap into whatever it is. The only useful, not the only, but the main usefulness of the impact and run is going to be if you only have one dinosaur left and you need to do just a little bit of damage before bringing in the last one. But it's going to be so situational that I think it's going to be more of a handicap for your team than something that you're going to want to run. So I would probably skip out on Parasaurolophus, and I'm not going to go over every single common dinosaur. I'm just kind of touching on the ones that I think are going to be most relevant, and I apologize if I skip over one that you think is going to be relevant, but leave in the comments below, because I'm sure my viewers will be interested, and everybody's going to kind of have their own opinions. I do think that this Triceratops Gen 2 is going to be pretty useful with the 20% stun chance, and then the 2 times damage. It's a pretty tankier, it's one of the tankier dinosaurs with 10% armor and decent health at almost, it's going to be over 2,000 at level 26. I think you could do well with that dinosaur. If we move down to Nundasuchus, I think is going to be a really nice dinosaur. Strike is only going to do 1 times damage, but you're going to have the ferocious strike, which your damage is going to be increased 50% for 3 turns. So your strike is basically going to do 1.5 times damage after using your ferocious strike. Tanicolagrius is going to be a nice counter to this, because of the nullifying impact is going to take that away. Another dinosaur that I think will be very useful is this Majungasaurus. The pinning strike, the short defense, and it is a counter attack dinosaur. You're going to deal 1 times damage for every time that you get attacked that you're able to attack back. So if you get knocked out, obviously you're not going to do a counterattack, and if you get stunned, you're not going to do the counterattack. And finally, I feel like Tarbosaurus has a role in your strike team. It is a 40% crit chance, which is going to be great because it does quite a bit of damage. Again, it's a really slow dinosaur, but these tank busters are going to be slower dinosaurs just by nature. It does have the defense shattering strike, which is going to bypass armor, and the armor piercing impact, which is going to deal 1.5 times damage while also bypassing armor. And Dimetrodon Gen 2, it could be another nice play in there if you're looking for something to put on your strike team. So I hope that that helps you out. I hope that you sign up for the tournament. I know that the response has been overwhelmingly positive for this tournament. And remember, when Ludia talks about tournaments, they're talking about seasons from my understanding of it. So it's not going to be a tournament like Metahub is putting on right now, where you do winner take all. It's going to be over however long a season is, a month or whatever their time frame, and then you'll be rewarded based on how many trophies you have at that point. Remember, when they do the reset back down to 3,500, if you're over 3,500, you will be getting a reward for reaching over 3,500 trophies. No indication as to what that is. My guess will be a rare incubator, outside shot at an epic incubator, although I think rare incubator seems more likely. Make sure you get out and dart the dinosaurs of the day for the next day and a half from when I'm recording this. It will end on Friday, and then we have 2 epic class dinosaurs that you're definitely going to want to get out there for. It's going to be T-Rex and Secodontosaurus. That's all I've got for today, so until next time.